been with us for like a year, man. Almost a year into this bare knuckle fighting. What do you think of it so far, man?
It's great. It's entertaining. Fans love it. You know, fans are gonna love it and hate it. But so far, we've been getting a good response from the fan base, and it's one of those sports you got to be there and witness it with your own eyes to understand it, for sure.
Yeah, I watched a documentary Dana did, and the one thing he said is, I knew, I had trouble getting sponsors, I had trouble getting TV networks, I had trouble getting all this, but I knew once I got into a live event, it was over.
Yeah.
And that's with us. So, I mean, anybody that's at a live event becomes a fan.
Yeah.
If you're a combat sports fan, obviously, if you're a ballet or opera person, you might not like bare knuckle fighting. But if you like combat sports and you're at a live event, it's over, man.
Yeah. Rashad came to the last one in Tampa.
Yeah.
Rashad Evans, and he was surprised at how athletic these guys are, and just the angles that they have to hit people. He was like, this isn't just traditional mixed martial arts. You just throw straight punches. You got to like figure it out.
Yeah.
So it's real fighting, you know. And I had, we had some of the WWE guys there, and they loved it. They loved it. They're big fans of it. So hopefully they'll come back to the next one.
No, it's good, man. And you're dead right. Like it's you got to be there in person. But what you said about you got to be very strategic. Like everybody says, boxing is the sweet science, and I tell them this is the sweetest science because you really, truly have to pick your shots the right way. It's not just these guys going. Look, every once in a while you're going to get a fight where they're going in banging it out, but these guys have to really be precise and pick their shots. And I think the thing that gets me more than anything is the sound. Like when you hear bang, right?
A nice crack
or something, man, that like does it for me.
Yeah, it's a nice little crack.
Yeah.
It echoes. The future for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is bright. We just keep getting better and better athletes. With that comes more and more fans. With that comes more and more everything else. You know, it's going to take time, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen, you know. You have a great staff. Everybody gets along for the most part from what I've seen. The fighters are outgoing. They respect the staff. The staff respects them. So then that's hard to come by. You know what I mean? You don't get it where both sides actually respect each other.
Right.
You know, of course you have your knuckleheads here and there, but it's still all love at the end of the day.
So yeah, man, we know that you're going to make a Octagon return March or April, whenever that is, man, and we're happy to have you on our team and be able to support you through that, man. You know, we want to see you win that championship and be a part of Bare Knuckle, and you know, it just works for everybody. But we're here to support you 100%. We want to let you know that. I think you do know that, but you know, we're with you, win or lose or whatever happens, man. It's great to have you on our team and be a part of the biggest show on earth.
Yeah, man, thank you. You know, I told you right before it came out, I was like, hey, dude, just because I'm going back doesn't mean I'm going to forget you and turn my back and just focus on one thing. Nah, I'm in this and I'm carrying Bare Knuckle on my back with me. You know what I mean? So I'm not a selfish person like that. So if I'm going to grow, I want Bare Knuckle to grow with me. So it's definitely going to be a fun ride. Thank you for the support.
This next fight coming up October 19th in Tampa, we got Bigfoot Silva versus Gabriel Gonzaga, two former UFC stars, two guys, you know, that really went in there and banged it out. Gabriel Gonzaga was a little more jiu-jitsu guy. How do you think that fight's going to pan out?
Man, both of those guys are vets. It can go either way. Bigfoot he's Bigfoot. He can give a punch and he can take one. Gonzaga's been missing for a while, but whenever he was, you know, in the UFC and whatnot, he made a big name for himself. So I think the old Gonzaga may show back up, and we may have a good fight on our hands.
Yeah, I went up to see him, and he was focused. He said, "This is my opportunity to make a splash right here." You know, it wasn't something I was looking forward to doing, but when it came my way, he said, "I'm gonna take every opportunity here." Bigfoot, on the other hand, told me he wants to be the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship heavyweight champion, and he wants to be a star in this sport. And I mean, his hands are.
Now, they're huge. I trained with them. I've trained with Bigfoot a few years back when I first moved to Florida. And we were training at this gym called Imperial, just before the Black Zillions had came along. And I was training with Bigfoot, and I was surprised at how fast he was for his size. He's actually extremely fast for his size. I don't know about now, but back then, but he was fast. He was very fast. So I saw him. You seen the video?
Yeah.
Of him doing the shadow boxing. And his hands didn't look bad at all. They were pretty crisp. So
he was snapping.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was happy to see that. So with him doing that, hopefully he comes in, you know, mentally prepared, because it's a big difference, like you said, between getting hit with gloves and not. So we'll see how he adjusts to the sport. He should do fine, though.
Who's your pick?
I'm gonna probably go with Gonzaga.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Gonzaga. Just, I don't know, he may be hungrier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's been out of the limelight for a while. Bigfoot is Bigfoot. You can't miss him. His name is always gonna be big. You know.
Right.
Gonzaga, though, I saw him at the jiu-jitsu match that I had, and he competed too, and he looked good on the mat. He seemed like he's in a good place right now, so I think he'll be all right.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Co-main event, we got Jim Alers versus Julian Lane, both guys that you've seen in there. You know, so far, Julian Lane dropped Leonard Garcia and then ended up getting knocked down in Cancun on your first event, came back and won a tremendous fight in Tampa against Tom Shope. So, and Jim Alers, man, I mean, he came out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere, man, and he's knocking these guys out. So what do you think about that one?
Jim's my boy. Julian surprised, I think, everybody his last performance. His last performance, he looked great compared to what I saw before. But the first one, he was fighting Leonard. Leonard is a crazy match for anybody, except for Jim. Jim went out there and put it on him in, what, 30 seconds?
Yeah, man. Well,
something like that?
Jim knew, he took advantage of what I designed this for. I designed this for action. They started right off the spot. He took advantage of that. Jumped right off the line.
He did.
And
dropped him quick. Dropped him quick. And we don't see that often coming from Leonard. You know what I mean? Getting dropped like that. But I'm picking, if Julian comes in and fights the way he fought his last opponent, it's going to be a hell of a fight. It's a hell of a fight. Yep. It's a hell of a fight. And hopefully Julian comes in prepared, because he was determined not to lose his last fight. You can tell he was like focused.
Jim's a beast, man. I mean, and he showed that in his first two fights. He came to fight, which we didn't know that he was going to do that. He's known as a jiu-jitsu guy. But the thing that I really think is going to be the captivating thing in this fight is Julian, I think now, after a conversation with him, he's fighting for something.
Yeah.
There's not just fighting to fight in a payday. He's fighting because that's how his family's surviving right now.
That's a dangerous man.
I think he's coming in, and he's dropping back down to 155. He's in shape. So, man, I am so looking forward to that fight. That could be fight of the night, fight of the year, fight of, you know, the century.
Yeah, if he, like I said, if he comes in focused, it's going to be a crazy fight. Jim may be at his prime right now, the way he's looking for, you know, bare knuckle. I would say fight of the night. I would give that fight of the night already, but I would give the win to Jim.
Yeah.
Still, Jim. I mean, he's riding, he's high, he's on cloud 9.
I mean, and you know, when you win, it's easier to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're confident in everything that you have.
Confident and comfortable.
Going in there is crazy. So, man, I'm looking forward to that fight.
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
Yeah. So then we're moving into November 16th, rematch of really probably one of the best fights I've ever seen live in person. Artem, Lobov versus Jason Knight. We're going to do the rematch there back in below.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we didn't announce it yet, but we're going to announce it.
That's wild.
What are your thoughts on that one? Do you think they're going to bring it back like they brought it the first
I think they'll bring it back. Jason has something that he wants really bad.
All right.
He feels that he beat Artem. I follow him on Facebook and Instagram. He's all about it. You know what I mean? Great fight. Both athletes performed. It was incredible. The world talked about it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we needed.
Turn the corner for our company.
Yeah.
We turned the corner for us.
We needed that, and it happened once again so fast that it definitely put BK over the hump.
Yeah.
The rematch is going to be insane. I don't know. Artem's a brawler. He'll brawl, but those hooks, he lands those things.
He does.
He lands them. But
I think that both of them. My only concern is both of them not knowing what they were coming into, had no choice but to fight their ass off. Now are they going to be a little more technical? And I don't think so, because I think Jason has everything to prove now, and Artem has everything to lose.
So you think one is going to fight to win and one is going to fight safe, you think?
I think no. That was my initial concern. But now I think that Jason's fighting to win, and Artem is defending everything he has. Like, because he just had a baby too. He's fighting for his family too.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful family.
Yeah.
Beautiful family. So I don't know, man. Artem knows what winning feels like. Artem has something Jason really wants, and Jason feels that he deserves. I'm gonna give it to Jason on that one.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's hungry. He's fighting in front of his hometown. You heard how much he was talking at the press conference. His country behind was giving a show. He was ready to fight. So I like it. I like it. He backs up what he says he's gonna do. His fights are never boring. You're gonna get what you deserve out of Jason Knight and Artem.
But me as a company, I'd say the fans are going to win.
Oh, yeah.
Win on this one.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be another unbelievable fight.
Yeah.
Like they had the first time. So you really got to tune into this one. This one's going to be unbelievable. If you missed the last one, you have to tune in to Artem Lobov versus Jason Knight 2. The rematch, Lobov Knight 2. It's going to be unbelievable.
I remember just going to the ring, and I'm looking at Artem's knuckles and Jason's knuckles, and we were all up there, and you see their face, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, these boys
that
just.
picture with the blood on his knuckles
Yeah.
went viral.
It did. I saw that. I took a picture of it.
Yeah, it was on Forbes magazine.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a hell of a fight. I look forward to that fight, and Biloxi should be insane whenever we go back there.
Be nuts,
yeah.
Well, it's good to have you on board, my man.
Thank you, man.
And
Appreciate it.
Good luck to you in your UFC return.
Thank you. Thank you.